Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Moran.
Hello, thank you, hello. Now, I'm very slow in the beginning, and I sort of take it easy in the middle, and wind it down at the end, because there's too much that's, you know, in your face around these parts in New York. I've been here for a few days now. I don't spend a long time saying hello, by the way, so hello. You know, people tend to use it as a crutch a lot of the time in conversation. They get very nervous and everything about what's going to happen afterwards, so they hang around the hello part a lot. Hello, how are you? Hello. And sometimes you meet very vulgar people who will tell you how they are. I've been here for a while now, a few days, and I'm kind of finding my way into getting around. I think the key to it seems to be a really extraordinary level of personal aggression. It's a cruel, cruel town with the most impressive array of freaks I've ever seen, because where I'm from, freaks do one thing. You know, they are known for their one particular signature freakery, and it's... You know, you shout at parked cars, or you dance, or you're in your urine, whatever it is. But here, people, they're licking trees, they're squeezing the banana, they're lifting their legs, they're roaring at you, telling you about Jesus, all at the same time. And you start to get very judgmental, actually, about people begging. You know, you turn into a sort of an advertising person. You start to judge people's pitches, you know, because somebody comes up to you and they've got a baby wrapped in a shawl or something, and you think, oh, you know, that looks pretty awful, here, have some money. And then you pass another guy, some young guy slumped against a wall, and you look at him and he's asking you for money, and you think, well, your sneakers look a bit clean. How hard are you working to support your heroin habit? When's the last time you stole a car? Because really you just look like me sitting down, you know? And I want a frappuccino, so fuck you. Now, you all will remember, quite recently, around the beginning of the most recent American military campaign. I won't mention which one it is, you know, because by the time this goes out, there'll have been another one. It was in the Middle East. I don't know where you're going next, but, you know, we'll wait. There was a kind of wave of anti-Americanism. Anti-Americanism, I'll say it again. Now, anti, against, not with. And now it was isolated, obviously. You know, it was mainly just in the world. And... You remember that? Does it ring a few bells? When that happened, you know, people were very, very irate about the war. They'd say, we're not sure about this war, it seems to be cynically motivated, we're not sure why you're doing this, it's a war of revenge or a war of adventure, you know? And you're fat. Because everything comes out in an argument. People always say it's about being rational, you know, and use of logic and all that stuff, and that's never the case. It's always about personal attack. You'll see this everywhere in all the great philosophers. If you go to Plato or somebody, you know, Zircon might say, well, I think the city-state should be a self-governing entity rather than part of a larger federation, and I've always felt that way. And, you know, Socrates will go, yeah, well, you're just like your mother. You come to my house, you bring this cheap wine, fuck you. And it's always been that way. But a lot of people were very angry at the American administration, who responded with their own anti-European feeling. France and Germany didn't want to go to war, and Donald Rumsfeld, who's always very good value, said that he wasn't interested in old Europe anyway, he was interested in new Europe. Now, old Europe, he's talking about France and Germany, two ancient civilizations. New Europe, he's talking about places like Scrivovia, Frivokia, Mavokia, Skrivaki, Dakia, Skrivovia, Vokia. Places where tractors are heads of state, and people sit down to a dinner of broiled radiators. That's actually what they're eating. Who are going to do whatever America wants anyway, because they're hoping one day to see a drawing of a pot of jam. You know, Please, I'll have all our 8 soldiers. Just describe the smell of peanut butter. What's it like? What's it like? And in particular, they got very anti-French, you know. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys was the phrase I always remember. You know, so that's playing on the whole stereotype of the weak, sensual, pleasure-loving French who wouldn't go to war anyway, you know, because they're all still coiled in bed with the sheets around their knees, scratching themselves at 2 in the afternoon, smoking a Gauloise inside a jeton, saying, "Oh, I feel so French." And they... until one of them finds the energy to slough off the sheets and stumble around into the kitchen naked. No, not naked. Naked from the waist down. To emphasize their nakedity. Picking up yesterday's croissant crumbs with their sweaty feet. Slashing yesterday's paintings. Blah, what was I thinking? It's fucking rubbish. I ate my paintings. I ate your paintings. You ate my paintings? What? No, I hate them. Why do we have to talk f***ing English all the time? Never mind all that. Make love to me again. No, the things you do to me, I am so sore. My toenails are bruised. Well then, do something. Get something for breakfast. I'm starving. No, there's nothing here. We don't have anything. All we have is chocolate bread. We're starving artists. We just live on chocolate bread. That's how they start the day. Chocolate bread. It's obviously going to escalate from there, isn't it? By dinner time, you're f***ing everybody you know.
Stay tuned. Dylan Moran will be back after this.
Only on BBC America.
Hi, how are you today? I'm Tony. I'm going to be your server. I've got some very exciting specials to tell you folks about right here. We've got our deep pan re-fried chocolate ice cream pizza, which comes with a complimentary pacemaker. If you're watching your weight, you might want to try our NoHo protein salad. Absolutely delicious. Philippe, our maitre d', will dig out some photographs of you looking kind of tubby, you know, on the internet. And then we all kind of point and laugh at you and just sort of rub a single chickpea on your lip until you cry. Would you like some water? But you get older and, you know, your body subsides and it doesn't matter how you've looked after yourself. People are very conscious of it here with the gym and the yoga and all those other churches of Satan. People have no imagination when they get obsessive about their body. You know, they say, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to get my ideal body. And if they're successful, they come out with something that's a bit smaller. That's it. That's the ideal. You kind of missed the point. It's ideal. You could have anything. My ideal body would be just one eye. You probably only need one. And a kind of sucker thing instead of teeth, because they just give you grief in the end. And a long, long tube with my arse way over there so I don't have to deal with it. That would be ideal. You see, the fact is, people enjoy what's bad for them. You know, they always have and they always will. Nobody rings up a takeaway place at 4 in the morning and says, have you got any salad? I really want a radish right now. I mean, now, don't we, guys? Yeah, get some cress. You know, they don't, nobody. And every so often, somebody, some actor, or politician, or footballer is caught in a hotel room, you know, surrounded by hookers and cocaine and mixed currency. And everybody else goes, oh, the shame of it, how could he? How absolutely awful. I would never do that. Never, given the chance. And it's rubbish, you know. What else are you supposed to give hookers in a hotel room? Yogurt? Anybody? I made some yogurt this morning. Would you like some? Come on, girls, tuck in. You don't... Anyway, hotel rooms corrupt everybody. They're the only places in the world where you walk in and the first thing you do before you take off your coat is steal everything. Curtains, the carpet, and You know, he's bouncing on the bed, wearing the shower cap, thinking, what can I do in here? What can I do in here? Putting your leg in the trouser press to see what happens. I think a lot of that is because of the hotel phone. It actually works, you see, that thing. The buttons work. Because a lot of modern technology doesn't. Mobile phones and so on are supposed to liberate you. They don't. They're a terrible trap. Everybody knows where you are all the time. They ring you up, say, hi, it's me. You go, oh, hi. And you have one of those conversations. You go, yeah, absolutely. And they've ruined the whole romance of news as well. You know, you used to have a piece of news, you would be able to run into the house, pick up the old Bakelite phone and say, Miriam's dead, click. That was news that would go around the community. Not anymore. You're probably there saying, yeah, she's really messed up, the spit's coming out, you can see the whites of her eyes here, hang on, I'll take a picture. See what I mean? She's and it's not the same. I don't even like the bank machines, you know, the cash dispensers. They're kind of patronizing. You stand there at 1 in the morning trying to keep the thing in focus, it starts asking you questions. Are you happy with your bank loan? I don't know. I'm not sure about this burger, okay? Give me money. Where's the button with the picture of the drinks? And that's why the hotel phone works. Because you push the button with the picture of a guy with a plate, and he arrives. And you think, yes, 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 this is how it should be. I rule, sandwich monkey.